Hey everyone, ever think about how much food just gets, like, tossed out? Especially from restaurants. It's crazy, right? I know you guys love hearing about sustainability and saving money, so today's deep dive, it's going to be good.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's heartbreaking to think about that perfectly edible food going straight to the landfill. But the good news, there are these awesome food rescue platforms popping up that are like changing the game for restaurants and, well, hungry people like you.
Okay, so give me the lowdown. Millions of tons of food wasted a year. And we're saying restaurants are like the main culprits. But what's the big deal?
Well, it's more than just an environmental thing, right? For restaurants, it's money down the drain. Literally, we're talking billions of dollars in losses for the industry every year.
So a hit to their wallet and the planet. So how do these food rescue platforms swoop in and fix it? Walk me through it.
Think of it as a matchmaker, but for food, they connect restaurants that have extra food with people who want to eat, all at, a really good price.
Okay, I'm seeing it now. Like an app where I can scroll through and see what's available nearby. Is that kind of how it works?
You got it. And they're designed to be super easy to use. Filter by what you're craving, check if it fits your diet, even see what other people are saying about it before you commit. Plus, remember, you love a good deal. Some platforms offer discounts up to like 50%, sometimes more.
Now that's what I'm talking about. So I'm saving money, getting good food, and helping fight food waste. Sounds almost too good to be true. Any downsides for the average person using it?
The one thing is, because restaurants are listing their extra food, what's available can change pretty fast.
Makes sense.
But to make up for that, they've usually got these real-time updates, so you can check what they actually have before you head over to pick it up.
Okay, that's smart. Got to be on your toes. But what about the restaurants? What's their motivation to sign up?
Well, think about it. Restaurants are all about keeping costs down and profits up, right? And food waste is a huge expense. With these platforms, they're turning trash into treasure, getting at least some of their money back, and they could even find new customers through the app.
Ah, so they're not just throwing away food and money, they're actually making some back. Genius.
Exact. Plus, everyone's talking about sustainability these days, partnering with one of these platforms. Major boost to their image.
Good point. So it's win-win all around. I like it. So these platforms are doing some good in the world, but how do they actually stay afloat? What's their money-making strategy?
It's pretty clever, actually. They work on a commission basis, taking a little cut from each order. Like if someone orders a $10 meal, the platform might keep, say, $1.50.
Yeah, yeah, those little fees can add up, especially if they get more people using it.
Definitely. But there's more to it. Some platforms are trying out these like subscription models for the restaurants. So for a monthly fee, the restaurant gets extra perks, maybe they're featured more prominently on the app or they get special promotions.
Oh, so it's like different levels of service, kind of. The restaurant can pick what works for them.
Exactly. And down the line, who knows, they could partner with delivery services, make it even more convenient, or even have ads on the platform. But they got to be careful with that. Don't want to overdo it and annoy people.
Yeah, that's a delicate balance. But overall, it's really cool how they're making a business out of solving such a big problem. But speaking of the problem, we've talked about the money side of things, but what about the environmental impact? How are they helping make things more sustainable?
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. They're tapping into this idea of a circular economy. Instead of food going from the farm to your plate and straight to the trash, they're creating this loop, bringing that extra food back into the system.
Closing the loop, cutting down on waste.
Exactly. And when we keep food out of landfills, it makes a big difference in greenhouse gases. Did you know food waste actually creates a lot of methane? And that's way worse for the environment than carbon dioxide?
Seriously. I had no idea it was that impactful.
It's one of those things we don't always think about, but there are huge benefits to cutting down on food waste. And it goes beyond the environment. Think about it. If we can make meals cheaper and easier to get, we can actually help people who don't have enough to eat.
That's a great point. It's not just about saving money or the planet. It's about making sure everyone has access to, like, basic nutrition. So we've talked about how it benefits people, restaurants, and the environment. But how do they convince everyone to join in? Marketing's got to be huge for them, right?
Totally. They need to reach those folks looking for affordable food and those restaurants who want to do their part. One thing that's worked well is teaming up with influencers, especially those who are into food and sustainability.
Yeah, those influencers, they can really get people's attention, especially the younger crowd that's all about, like, eco-conscious choices.
For sure. And social media, that's their playground. They got to have engaging content, let people share their experiences, even do some targeted ads.
It's all about that online presence nowadays. But what about people who aren't always on social media? How do they reach them?
That's where partnerships come in. Local organizations, businesses, they can do events, workshops, even give people some incentives to try it out.
Meeting people where they are, making it easy to get involved makes sense. But nothing's perfect, right? What are some of the, challenges they face?
Well, sometimes restaurants are a little hesitant. Change can be scary. They might not want to mess with their routine or worry about the logistics of it all.
Yeah, I get it. Change is never easy.
And then there's managing expectations. If someone's excited about a deal and then it's gone, that can be a bummer. They got to keep things updated so people aren't disappointed.
Right, communication is key. Keep those updates coming.
Oh, absolutely. And then there's, well, the competition. There are more and more of these food rescue platforms popping up, so they got to figure out how to stand out, make themselves unique.
It's like anything new, there's a ton of potential, but you got to keep innovating to stay ahead of the game. It's amazing how these platforms are like changing the game, solving a problem and building a business.
What's really exciting, though, is that this whole idea could work for so much more than just food. What if we connected people with all sorts of stuff that's, just sitting around?
Ooh, I like where you're going with this. Like, what about all the clothes that get thrown away? Could we, like, rescue those?
Exactly. There's so much potential. Furniture, electronics, building materials. We could create this whole system where we're, reusing and rescuing instead of just tossing stuff out.
It's like a total mindset shift, right? We got to start thinking about how to keep things in use longer. But back to food for a sec. What's next for these platforms? What's the future look like?
Okay, get this. What if they actually helped shape how food is produced in the first place? Imagine a platform connecting restaurants directly to farmers, using ingredients that might have gone to waste otherwise.
Whoa, that's next level. Restaurants get awesome local ingredients, farmers don't waste as much, and people get to enjoy fresh, local food.
It's all about creating a food system that works, one that's sustainable, resilient, and minimizes waste from start to finish.
So for our listener, who we know loves sustainability and a good deal, what are the main takeaways from all this?
I think the biggest thing is you have the power to make a difference. By supporting these platforms, you're not just getting a good meal, you're part of something bigger.
It's like our choices actually matter. And in this case, those choices can be delicious and easy on the wallet.
Exactly. It's a win-win-win. Amazing food, less waste, and you're helping build a better future. Who knows, maybe this will inspire someone out there to start their own platform and tackling waste in a whole new way.
Now that's what I call food for thought. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We hope you learned something new, and who knows, maybe you'll even give a food rescue platform a try. Stay B33rd.